Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for attending the VSA Gold China Mining Club conference. I'm getting a lot of playback here. Can you guys hear me now without that?
Yeah, we can hear you clearly.
Okay. I'm getting a lot of playback here, so I might just. And Chad. However, I will touch on later on. I will touch. Sorry, everyone. I'm getting a lot of feedback here. Okay, so I'm just going to take the microphone out. So, however, we have a great lithium project in Ghana, and I'll just touch on that towards the end of the presentation. But what two great spaces to be in at this point in time: gold and lithium. Gold during economic uncertainty, and lithium providing the exponential growth story for the stored and electric vehicle space. This is our disclaimer, so please feel free to read that at your leisure after the presentation. Ironridge is listed on the AIM market in London. We have significant shareholders, like-minded and visionary shareholders in Azure Limited out of South Africa, which is an iron ore mining house. We have DGR Global, the founding company for Ironridge. We also have Sumitomo Corporation out of Japan supporting the company. The ticker for the company on AIM is IRR. We currently have a market cap of around 57 million pounds sterling and a very healthy treasury in the order of 6.2 million US. This is a jurisdictional shot of where we actually operate globally. We do have an office and small projects in Australia, which remind us of where we have to come home to. But today's focus is Ivory Coast and Chad. These are our two flagship gold jurisdictions. And at the end of the presentation, as I said earlier, we'll touch on the Lithium Project, which I think will allow you to understand, and potential investors to understand, how we as a company, staff and management, understand the criteria and key elements of what makes a project very viable. This is the investment case. We have a compelling investment case with the safe haven of gold and exponential growth story around the lithium space. Ironridge is heavily geared towards gold in pro-mining and friendly jurisdictions throughout Africa. And to date, we have made 4 discoveries in 4 jurisdictions in 4 years. And we are going to talk about 3 of those today. Ironridge represents fantastic value at these levels. And if you can get the stock at this level, I would recommend it. We have, through COVID-19, managed to realign our activities. And we now work under strict health and management procedures to ensure that our operations run smoothly and we continue to deliver shareholder value. Also, along with our corporate strategy, we have recently, last year, we entered into a memorandum of understanding with Geodrill, one of West Africa's premier drilling companies, for a US $4 million equity for drilling program in the company. This is also a resounding endorsement when your drilling contractor is willing to take shares in the company and not cash. So it's very much a resounding endorsement for the company, and it also conserves the company's treasury to make sure that we can make the most of the dollars we have in the bank. So now moving into our first jurisdiction on gold is Côte d'Ivoire. It has a gold pedigree and a proven gold terrain. And you can see the gold through all its gold pan here that we recently found. So as you can see, Ironridge is one of the largest tenure holders through Côte d'Ivoire. We have 3 province-scale project areas. This is our flagship area here, is the ZARA portfolio. Then over in the west, we have the Vavwa portfolio, and then up into the northeast, we have the Canetta portfolio. So we have curated approximately 3,500 square kilometres of tenure, and all our projects are along major gold-bearing structural trends, which have and are producing multi-million ounce deposits. And just by way of example, if you see this little red star here, this is the ZARA Project. We encapsulate this with our projects in blue, and this resource is currently at 2.2 million ounces, JORC compliant and growing on a daily basis. Our most significant project and our flagship project in Côte d'Ivoire is our ZARA Project, is this little long sausage here. This is over 200 square kilometres in tenure. As I said, ZARA is our most advanced project, and that's it here. We have already identified a 47-kilometre strike zone. And we currently have two drill rigs drilling at the moment, and we have a load of historical data which we reported to market a week ago, and we'll touch on that shortly. And as you can see, we are right adjacent to major gold mining and major discoveries. So here's a picture from our ZARA project. This is artisanal workings who have been cheating a little bit with the machines, but we have an extensive artisanal working coverage of approximately 47 kilometres. We've already identified 16 kilometres of hard rock strike, and from the image you can see how extensive and rich the ground must be. And you can see through here, this is where all the veins and fissures are coming through that are containing gold. At the moment, we have drilled behind here. We drilled 154 metres of continuous mineralisation. And what you can see is this is just the tip of the iceberg here. So this is about 25 metres, and this weathered zone carries on between 50 to 90 metres across the entire tenure package. In our first drilling phase program, we hit phenomenal grades, 15 grams per tonne, 4 grams per tonne, 23 grams per tonne. But what's more important is that we did 7 traverses on our initial drilling program, and every traverse intersected mineable economic grade, gold grades. So we're onto something significant as a first pass drill program, and from that first pass drill program, we continued with a second phase drill program. And this is our second phase drilling program, which has also delivered phenomenal results. And what we can see now from the first phase, we can now start to see the second phase and a continuity. So we will be reporting these results in the next couple of weeks, and we expect to see this continuity run all the way down here like a hand. You'll see all this run down here. So here effectively we have 5 open surface pits of roughly 2 kilometres, and each one varying up to about 100 metres wide. So we are onto something significant, and we're now drilling very much deeper holes to see where all this gold mineralisation is coming from. And a point to note, generally, of all the drill holes that we have assayed, and there are some 350 holes we have drilled that have been assayed, 97% of those holes intersected gold in some way, shape or form. So we're onto something significant. The question is how big this project is going to be. And this section here is only a 3 kilometre section of 47 kilometres of strike. So moving along, we have huge upside, and this is the entire 47-kilometre strike zone here. This is the initial soil programs that we've done, and we've just highlighted. This was the zone I just showed you in the previous slide, and now this is where we have all the historical data, which is being analysed, and we also found the Ebulis-Okro anomaly up here, which we are now drilling. So this mineralisation appears to continue for over 47 kilometres, of which 16 kilometres is hard rock potential, and 8 kilometres is all we have actually drilled and physically reported from our drilling programs is in this zone here. All the mineralisation is open at depth and in all directions, and down, as I said, in the south is where we have the historical data, which is being analysed and was released to market earlier in the week. Moving on, this is one of our other early mover advantage jurisdictions is the Republic of Chad. We have secured a 900 square metre package in the 900 square kilometre gold package in the Republic of Chad. We have the first mover advantage by some 5 years, and we have a proven discovery in our Dorothy project, and the footprint of Dorothy has the potential of rivaling some of the world's largest gold mines today. This is our in-country government geologist, Usman, and you can see that he is doing channel sampling through here, and we did this channel sampling over a 15-kilometre trenching program, which we completed late last year. So as you can see, we have over 900 square kilometres in this package. On these three projects here, Dorothy, Kalaka and Nabagay, we in its own right is a 40 kilometre strike potential. These projects are situated in the Saharan Metacraton with the potential analogue of intrusive related gold systems. You can see down here our artisanal mining friend Emmanuel. He is manually sorting and beneficiating the gold, and his tailings, his leftovers, his discarded material is running at approximately 7 grams per tonne. So moving right along, and as you can see here, we have a large scale potential. This is over 3 square kilometres of artisanal working zones. This is one of a section over the main vein, which we'll talk about in a moment. And we did over 15 kilometres of trenching last year. We're very excited about drilling this project over the next, after the wet season into early next year, late this year. So this is the Dorothy footprint. Here is the main vein, and we're getting some very spectacular results here. And as we showed you, Usman was channel sampling, and that is 84 metre, effectively a horizontal drill hole running at 84 metres at 1.6 grams per tonne. Now this is the main vein. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 of these in a 3 square kilometre anomalous zone. This has the potential of being something huge, and we'll be looking to drill that after the wet season and towards the end of the year. Just to conclude on Chad, we have an extensive portfolio, significant upside, over 40 kilometres of strike, and as you can see, we have our Dorothy project, Gueria, Kalaka and Nabagay, and here you can see the artisanal workers working feverishly to extract as much gold as they can before we get into play and join them. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's effectively a brief overview of our gold projects, and happy to take questions on that later on. But I just want to touch on our lithium project in Ghana. It's an amazing lithium project. It has a maiden mineral resource estimate of 14.5 million tonnes running at 1.31% lithium oxide, with an indicated category of 4.5 million tonnes of 1.39% lithium oxide, and we believe we have a starter pit just in the indicated zone on a small starter operation. We also have significant upside with over 684 square kilometres of tenure. We have basically captured the entire known pegmatites in the jurisdiction, and that includes the historical Ejisamanku Hill which led us to this discovery of 1.5 million tonnes of 1.66% lithium oxide. We have to date, we are less than 100 kilometres from the capital of Accra, and we are less than 110 kilometres from the deep sea port of Takoradi. We are adjacent the ocean and less than 1 kilometre from the highway. So as you can see, the criteria here is an example of the core. We have coarse spodumene. We have excellent recoveries. We are producing a premium product in excess of 6% lithium. There is no need for flotation. This is purely gravity dense media separation operation, which implies a low capital intensity. And the other kicker to this project is that we have very low contaminants, some of the best low contaminants in the world today. As you can see, we have exceptional metallurgy. All these red dots show that we are well within the 6% curve. Here is an example of the 6.3 mil crush, and here is our core, and we did all the laboratory test work with NAGROM in Perth. So just to recap why I wanted to talk about the lithium, not only is it an amazing project, has exceptional geology, has exceptional metallurgy, and has exceptional proximity to operational infrastructure. And that is the key. These are the three key criteria to bring a project into development. So we have power lines, multiple high voltage power lines adjacent our site. We are less than 1 kilometre from the national highway, which take you to the national deep sea port of Takoradi, which is only 110 kilometres away. So we have significant news flow across all our projects. Our current focus is gold in Côte d'Ivoire and Chad. We are drilling in Côte d'Ivoire at the moment, and we are now looking at bringing our third drill rig in, and we will be drilling probably somewhere in the order of 30 to 40,000 metres, another 30 to 40,000 metres of drilling across our gold assets as we develop our lithium project concurrently. And the next slide is, in summary, why our investment case. We have significant portfolios across several mining-friendly jurisdictions, the traditional safe haven of gold alongside an entrance into technology metals through lithium. We are moving towards more of a gold play. We have significant upside, and we have lots of news flow coming from all our project areas in the coming weeks and months. We have a significant track record of discovery, and we have a strong cash balance. And to conclude, I will just introduce you to our teams, our team in Ghana, our team in Côte d'Ivoire, and our team in Chad. Thank you very much for listening, and I welcome any questions.
Thank you very much, Vincent. It's great to have you on board. And really interesting projects progressing very, very quickly there, as well as the lithium project that you've got. Please do feel free to ask questions to our presenters and to Vincent. Vincent, I just wanted to ask you a question. If with the world as it is right now, and the gold price going higher, but with the implications of COVID, what's the benefits, would you say, of investing in mining in Africa in particular right now in order to capitalize on the growing gold price?
If I've understood the question correctly, look, Africa is a great jurisdiction. I mean, it's where the low-hanging fruit is. It's still largely underexplored, and that's why we have made such significant discoveries in such a short space of time. And that goes for both gold and lithium. Look, Côte d'Ivoire is one of those hotspot jurisdictions that people really like to invest in. It's a safe jurisdiction. We've been operating in there for 4 years. And look, I guess if I to answer your question directly, we just see Africa as the low-hanging fruit, easy to make the next big discovery. You will not make those discoveries elsewhere because they've been largely explored, but in Africa it's largely underexplored with very little modern day technology, and that's the expertise that we bring to country.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to seeing the progress on the various projects that you've presented there, and in particular as well the Lithium Project, given the voracious appetite for that mineral.